Sorry, I am a minute late. um, I was getting myself some food, so excuse me for one moment while I also open up Spotify and get some music rolling. Okay, we should be good. Let me get chat up into so I don't just lose it. It's crazy how unprepared someone could be, but I make it work. All right, yo, what up, everyone? Life, yes, I think I no wait, that was somebody else. I had somebody. Damn, what a voice crack! Wow. um, I was at a party last night, so my voice is a little shot. A lot of screaming, playing a lot of board games and whatever. But yeah. So I got DM'd by someone earlier who said they like knew me, and I was like, damn. It's always kind of crazy to get like recognized like just in the game or whatever. It's cool though. But what we have for the plan today is an Incarnon weapon tier list. So, just to preface a little bit, I don't actually have all the Incarnons, but I did read up on how all of them function prior to this stream. So, I am aware of how most of them work, and for like the ones that I do have, I will like cut back to in game to showcase them. But yeah, it'll be nice. I will turn it into a YouTube video because content. Yo, what a monk. But yeah, I've got a couple of them. Let me open up Twitch so I can grab my activities feed from here. Okay. All right. So, I actually did find. Oh, gotta let my dog out. Keep not playing for weeks at a time, but always happen to miss Ceramic Dagger. Yeah, Ceramic Dagger. Everybody always like. Ceramic Dagger is one of those incarnates that you just kind of like need to get because it's useful in so many different places. Let me open up my All right. So to start off our Incarnon weapon tier list, our very first is the Akin Brunt. Now, thing about Akin Brunt, oh wait, get chat back up, is that a lot of the Incarnon melees are just not that great. You guys might be able to see that. My Spotify. I don't think that like the Incarnon melees are like terrible. They're definitely just buffs to melees in general. Broke my controller. I could try to clean it down, but it's just eh. And in terms of being a stat stick, it just gets ruined by a couple of the other options here. So I give it a D tier. Akin Brunt. It's just not that good. Give me 1 second, guys. My dog wants to come into my room because I have some food, and that's absolutely not happening. Regardless, D tier for Akin Brunt. It's just not that strong on an already meh weapon. But luckily, coming up after that is actually a good weapon with the Angstrom Incarnon. So the Angstrom, it like I can't actually show the case this one because I don't have it, but I do know how it works, and it is pretty good. Do we these out? I keep forgetting that resets at 7 and not 8. Ugh. Anyways, But the Angstrom is literally like just an RPG, but as a secondary. And I'm pretty sure it has multiplicative CO, which is always stupid strong. Angstrom gets A tier. It's just a fun weapon. And in the same vein as the Angstrom, the Anku Incarnon is another one that I think the Angstrom was always good, but the Anku wasn't that good until they buffed it to have its slide passive be really strong. So when you slide with the Anku, you get permanent slash for all of your attacks for like I think 6 or 7 seconds, which is really powerful. And it's honestly a fun melee. It feels like the old maiming strike thing where you just like, you know, slid around everywhere and just absolutely washed everything. So I give Anku an A tier as well. Now, is that the Atamos? So here, let me not be stupid and figure out how I want to organize my switching. Okay, this should be good. I'm gonna head back in game, and because I think I have the Atamos Incarnon, so I can actually talk about this one. Guys, Panera mac and cheese is like one of the best foods. It's so good. I've had so much of it lately. It is actually just delicious. There's a Panera right near my house, and I'm there like every day. All right. Okay. I actually don't have the Atamos. I think I was confusing it with Gamma Core. Regardless. So the Atamos is just it turns into like a chain weapon. And it's not too terrible because it's, you know, heat and everything. And in terms of secondaries, I think that like it's just good. It's not like terrible or bad or anything, but it's also not like super ridiculously strong. Went straight to Relay 69. You know, I got to. So I definitely just think that it's B tier. It's not like broken. Am I talking about Panera? Yes, Panera is absolutely delicious. I give it B tier. It's not amazing, but okay. So next up we have the boar. Now the thing about the boar is that, and I'm actually gonna, just for viewing purposes, just throw this into this full screen so that we can cut really quickly between these two. Yeah, if I'm not stupid. Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm all right. Regardless. So the thing about the boar, and I'm just gonna go back into full screen because for whatever reason it just runs like garbage whenever I don't have it in full screen. Let me not do it on Hydroid because he just makes everything good. Zephyr also buffs. We'll do it on Baroque. So, the thing about the boar is that, like, at first glance, it seems to actually be pretty damn good. Because, you know, I mean, okay. Actually, the fact that shotguns, once you stack them up with the actual, like, buffs, like galvanized and stuff like that, become really difficult to charge because the individual pellets for the charging the Incarnon thing, that's pretty annoying. But the boar just turns into like a beam weapon that just auto aims to enemies. It's like the Aki core in the primary slot, and that's pretty good. I mean, as an actual weapon, it's not really doing much damage right now. I do kind of need to build stacks on it for it to be good. Do some level 10 enemies real quick. Alright. Build up stacks, and the screen shake is absurd. The screen shake is wild. It's kind of weird. I don't know why it has such aggressive screen shake. But that's not really that good. Yeah. I mean, I know I'm on a slash build, but like, yikes. I wonder if it fares any better on corrosive. It's just, the thing about this is that it's worse than Akicore, and it's worse than Torrid, which is the other primary beam weapon that just makes this just really not all that strong. Corrosive? Yeah, is it better with corrosive? It very well could be. Pretty sure I actually had a corrosive build on it too. Yeah. I'll try this real quick. B tier. I mean, let me see this real quick. Oh, wait. Here's the problem with charging it, though. Like, you build so little if you one-shot the enemy. I know it doesn't happen very often because it's not super, super strong, but like... Those are still level 10s. It's not that much better with corrosive. It really isn't. It's just not that strong. And you know what the problem with it is? I mainly think it's the... Really, it's the aggressively low base damage. Base of 46 is just so low. So even with the good crit chance and multiplier and status, it doesn't matter because that base damage is just so low. So, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of the boar. I give it a C tier. It's just really eh. The bow, on the other hand, so the thing about the bow, jacking up the fire rate a lot. I already have Shotgun Barrage on it and like stacking a ton of fire rate. Yeah, I didn't have Shotgun Barrage on this build actually, but even with the corrosive, it just wasn't that good. It's just really not that good. The bow, on the other hand, I actually don't know if I put an Incarnon on this one, but copium about the boar. It's just not that good. This had the, so when this was first talked about, testing it didn't feel nearly as bad, but then again, 150. Yeah, but I'm talking about in relation to some of these other things. It's just, it's really not that great. Even in actual gameplay. Like, of course it kills fodder enemies quickly, but everything does. The bow had that really interesting impact to slash evolution, but my dog's being so, give me a second. I mean, yeah, if we're talking about base star chart, anything will destroy that, but like, my dog is being so annoying. Oh my god. The strength with the bow lies in the fact that if you throw the Incarnon Genesis on the Mark 1, you can use it as a stat stick for Incarnon weapons because it provides a really, really high status chance bonus. I don't remember how much of a crit chance bonus it does, but it's it's not terrible as a stat stick. And that definitely really, really helps it. In terms of a weapon, I don't really know how good it is. I don't think it's that good because I remember this was one of the first ones around and nobody was really talking about it that much. But overall, it just seems kind of eh. In terms of its relation to things like Magistar or Ceramics, Ceramics initial combo is crazy. Magistar gets Magus Aggress, which is nuts. So I think overall, it just kind of Incarnon's got hard buffed. I think this is just got buffed nicely. I mean, I think it's B tier. I think it's B tier. It's good. It's not amazing. The Ball Tour, on the other hand. So, thing about the Ball Tour is that unique to the Telos right now, Gun CO is multiplicative on it, which is weird. And it's only on the Telos, not the Prime or the base. And it's pretty damn good. Why does it say prioritize slash damage and gain multi-shot? It should say prioritizes and gains. That makes it seem like it's telling you to do that. I haven't even leveled it up since I don't really use it that much, but it's nothing to scoff at. It's very, very powerful. One of the better weapons for like just nuking Demolists, because that 5.4 multi-shot paired with just, you know, the really good stats it has and the multiplicative gun CO. It is definitely a very, very strong gun. And if you just like, I mean, the Incarnon itself is a little bit odd because like kind of removes the whole, I mean, it's still just an automatic AR, but now it's a shotgun. So, you know, maybe not to your liking, but it is definitely very, very good. And I'd give it A tier. First gens, this is just second gens. I can talk about the first gens, and I probably will later. The Bratton. The Bratton was the first Incarnon I got. And here's the thing. This was the first Incarnon that I touched. And to see how much of a level up this gun had from its base form, I was like, oh my god. Like, I thought it was really, really good. Because I had absolutely no... And I'm sorry for the cuts to black. I don't know why it's doing that. It might be because it's on full screen. I'm using audio capture and not display cap. Sorry. But this thing... I mean, like, relative to its non-Incarnon form, it's just so much better. It's AoE. And I mean, this is for no stacks. Once you actually start getting stacks, this thing... I don't even know if I have a lot of... I think I probably do have some fire right now. But this was just such a massive step up from like the original Ball Tour that I was like, holy shit. Now, we've seen everything else. And in relation to everything else, how good is the gun actually? It's just an AoE auto rifle. It's just an AoE auto rifle. It's got good stats, you know, 90% crit chance, 6.6 multiplier. Like, it's definitely good. In relation to some of the other stuff we've gotten, hint, Torrid, Burstin, Lex, Dual Toxos, it's okay. I wouldn't be like, you need to get the Bratton, but I would just give it B tier. The reason I put the Telos, specifically the Telos Ball Tour above it, is because of that multiplicative gun CO, which is just nuts. But the Bratton is just good. Now next with the Bronco. Yeah, it's got the this is the one with the ricochet gimmick, correct? It's just I think it is. Okay, yeah. So this does have the ricochet gimmick. But the problem with the ricochet thing here is that I'm pretty sure, yeah, the wiki says that it does less damage and it has less fire rate. And do we have any Bronco enjoyers? The Bratton is much worse than the Boar IMO. Yeah, if I think about it. I mean, the Boar is just they could be in the same tier. They could be in the same tier. I don't think the Boar is that good. Like 100%. Yeah, Bronco has an Incarnon. Seriously. It just seems to be like very eh. You know, it gets some decent buffs, but you know what? This also suffers from the charging aspect where like if you shoot enemies and you kill them with 1 or 2 pellets, you only get the charge for those 2 pellets and not everything, which is really annoying. I think the Broncos just I mean, think about it. It's an Incarnon weapon, so it's going to be like good in terms of it's just when thinking about it in relation to a lot of other things, it's like I think it's C tier. It's not amazing, but it's definitely not like terrible. And you'll see that that goes for a lot of stuff. The charge is annoying 100%. Next up we have a really really strong one in the Burstin. Thing about the Burstin is that like I have it, but I literally never use the thing. So it is mad satisfying to shoot though. So goofy. But this is literally just a better Bratton. It's just a better Bratton. I mean, I think I have an absurd amount of fire rate on it right now for whatever reason, but yeah, I do. Actually, no, only Vile Excel. This thing just has a stupid amount of fire rate, apparently. 34 is wild. Everything Soma should have been. Yeah, a lot of people feel like they got, like, swapped around. And I kind of understand that. I've played him in From Art a Child. Yeah. It's AoE. It's ridiculously high fire rate. It's got 600 rounds in the mag. Mine doesn't, like, I haven't actually leveled mine. But the Burstin is just really solid for, you know, you want, like, a traditional AR thing and you're not trying to use, like, an explosive bow or some absurdity. But it's good. Definitely go check out some other YouTubers' videos on it because it do be really powerful. Obviously doesn't look like it here, but you know, I don't have like any mods on it. So I would 100% give the Burstin is our first S tier. It's just super solid, really easy, good to use. Next up we have another already just gonna throw it in S tier, the Ceramic Dagger. Here's the thing about Ceramic Dagger. It has just some of the most utility across the entire game. It's not even calling it AoE has one. Yeah, but like AoE's AoE. And I'm true. True. Two is not that much and it does have 100% fall off, but being able to just hit multiple enemies in terms of like for status priming and all that stuff, it's just nice. I think it's just good. But the Ceramic Dagger, holy shit. It doesn't get much better than this. Not only is it just a good weapon in general with the Incarnon buffs, like this isn't even an actual ceramic build, but here, let's see. Yeah, I don't actually have any attack speed on right now. Yeah, with some attack speed, this would probably be pretty. This would probably be better, but I'm hitting red crit with, you know, just this, and I think I should. Yeah, so it's a good weapon just by itself, but where its utility lies is 100% in its perks, bro. Initial combo, like 100 free initial combo, paired with the fact that you can just throw on Corrupt Charge and Covert Lethality, you get like 9x initial combo. Mesa with secondary outburst, where is she? Absolutely nuts. This is also really good for frames like Gara, who can't build combo on their stat stick, and now you just get it. And its Riven Disposition is, I'm pretty sure, 5 out of 5. Yeah, fucking 5 out of 5 Riven Dispo. Which is nuts. So, and then, not even, it also has 30% flat crit chance or status chance as its 4th perk, which applies to Pseudo Exalt. And it makes someone like Korra's Whip have a 55% base crit chance. 55%. Someone like Gara gets 30% at base, which is still really solid. Atlas 35%. It's just super, super good. Like everybody's got to get Ceramic Dagger. It's back in rotation this week. I 100% will make a YouTube short telling everybody to get it because everybody needs this. It's seriously one of the best melees in the game right now, and that is an easy S tier. Easy. I haven't gotten to Sky and Incarnon. I'm going in alphabetical order. Okay, so next up is is it not next week? Oh, someone said it was around this week. Regardless, this is Despair, right? Okay, it's next week. Got you. Do I have Despair? I don't think I have Despair in Incarnon. All right, here, let me. Is this similar to the kunai where it just becomes? Oh no, they explode. Is that what kunai does? I forget. I've read about all these beforehand and I'm just forgetting about them. Okay, so you get explosive knives that deal heat damage. And you get some critical chance and damage buffs or some status chance. Okay. Chat, are these things good? It has a delayed explosion. Yeah, it says delayed after 0.5 seconds. So they just become the aggregates. Yeah, it's got more crit chance, crit multiplier, and status, but less fire rate. Despair or kunai? Despair. I mean, I don't know what the buffs to their base stats are, but like, I mean, just, you know, AoE secondaries, they're very good. All right, are we talking like it's a lot better than A-Grit? Well, I'm saying in terms of like how they function. Are they A tier? They're nothing too special. I haven't seen like much buzz about them, so I didn't think that they were like super good. A lot of their perks seem, I mean, condition overload, but they're AoE. They have the really annoying like dread and hate equipped thing, which is cool, but like, it's pretty strong. AB. Okay. I'm gonna put them in B tier. If anybody has a reason why you think you might want them to be a bit higher, let me know. Next, though, we have the Dread. So the thing about the Dread is that the video that I made on this was so goddamn stupid. They're usable, but you won't be picking them. So you get red crits in 20 points, right? Just one of these. Let me just sack that real quick. So the thing is like the Cinta and the Paris, sort of. Now my problem with the Dread is that Nadaruk exists, and I think that just kind of fucks with this thing's like whole identity. It's good. Like that 645,000 slash tick ain't nothing to complain about with that, but like I just don't really know. Sure, okay, so I'm pretty sure there are like some memey like gas AoE setups. Also the hit registration seems to be pretty weird. And it's definitely killing. I just think the Nadaruk is a free weapon and does it better. Unless you got a Riven. Sure, well, I'm not really basing these off of Rivens because that's just not something that a lot of people have. Hit reg definitely seems weird. First shots not really great. If you like bows, honestly, if you like bows and you don't really want to fuck around with the Incarnon and you're just trying to play with bows, this is definitely like a good weapon. Like, you know, if you just want to do like that and, you know, get your fucking slash ticks and just one shot enemies, but like the blue's really good. It's definitely not terrible. Use a god one, not a rook. I'll never use it. So no. Test it with longbow. So longbow is a bow arcane that's super broken because it's multiplicative and it works like with things like Eclipse. It's multiplicative with that damage bonus too. But you could also just use this on something like not a rook, and it would just be better. So, you know, I think the Dread is a good weapon, but I'm putting it in B tier. Where would I place Glacier? And I haven't gotten there. Anku easy S tier. I put Anku in A tier. I put it in A tier. Next, we have the dual E-cores. So these have a really unique gimmick, where I'm pretty sure they create like the gas clouds when you get kills with enemies. Yeah. So the Incarnon form creates toxin damage after you get a kill. These things are stupid strong. What a lot of people in my Discord have been talking about is how good they are with Nautilus, and yeah, I think they're just a really solid melee that has a cool gimmick that gives them like some sort of like pseudo AoE, and like, you know, who can really complain about that? They're just good, super fun. Yeah, I'm giving them A tier. They're not like holy shit, and I don't know. I'm kind of debating on whether or not I want to keep Bursted in S tier. It's really solid. I gotta think about it. But you know what is 100% S tier? The fucking dual toxicists. Holy shit. Dual toxos are wild. These things are so good. It's actually kind of crazy. Oh, wrong slot. And they're so fun to use. They just destroy everything. It's crazy. I don't even know why I'm aiming for heads. You don't need to with them. Person could go above the angstrom. Yeah, I definitely think person's better than the angstrom. Like, they are just ad clear monsters. They're so strong, and one of the like really cool gimmicks about them is the whole frenzy thing where you get free toxin damage and fire rate. And the thing about this fire rate is that it's like it functions as base fire rate. So my 60% fire rate from Lethal Torrent is actually functioning off of this fire rate plus 150%. Well, this fire rate. So no, why did it scroll up? It's just they're nuts. And the whole ammo, what am I talking about? Like the ricochet round thing, the fact that using punch through makes more rounds appear is just stupid. And they auto aim for heads, which is wild. I have no stacks right now. They're crazy. They're crazy, and they are 100% S tier. These things are like the ad clear. You use these if you want to ad clear. Next we have the Fear Axe. Okay, I don't know a ton about these. I don't think they do have some gimmick, correct? Okay, it's heavy slam efficiency and heat damage fields after heavy slams. Okay, so that's not fantastic. And they do have the chance to bleed on impact, but they don't have forced impact procs, do they? 1 damage fire AoE. These things are pretty bad, right? Yeah, I didn't think these things were pretty bad, right? This is just an easy D tier. I'm pretty sure I watched a video on them and they were just meh. 1 damage fire AoE. Budget heat sword. 1 damage is crazy. But next we have the Furus. So the Furus literally becomes, I don't have these. Some utility for Baruch. Rate the version better. Oh yeah, what they have something unique with Baruch, correct? I forget what it is. But the Furus literally just become the Clomor or Prism. Impact damage is the main damage type. Okay, so you probably need to build for some decent status chance, but then why wouldn't you anyways? It just becomes like Clomor or Prism, which is, oh, this makes sense. That's the Amalgamon for fire rate. Yeah, but that doesn't really speak much to like how good they are themselves. What the hell? Be bugging. Why is he holding them like that? Alright, sure, Brooke. But yeah, the Furus, or just this one, it's actually pretty good, right? I don't know if it's like amazing, but I think the Furus is B tier. Just solid, just point and click. The Gamma Core, on the other hand, I'm pretty sure that's what this is. Gamma Core has like a unique thing with this Incarnon where it, like, I'm pretty sure it does. Furus is A or S tier. I'd probably need to watch a video on them again. All right, I'll trust you guys. I'll trust you guys. We'll throw it into S or into A. Oh wait, I did. You guys couldn't see. It has like a small grouping effect. It then like does cold damage and has a force cold proc, I think. And you know, cold as a status is pretty good. The pull range is really, really low. And obviously I have 0 mods on mine because I didn't feel like investing in this thing because I just didn't really think it was that good. This is a very weird perk. On energy spent, increased damage. So like, all these channel ability perks are so annoying too. Now see, does this 8 range buff the range on this? Not even Synoid? I didn't have the Synoid. And it only uses grouping for Protea. That's true. Yeah, the pull range needs to be increased a lot. I don't have the Synoid, alright? Get off my ass, chat. Yeah, from what I saw and read about it, this just seems like a meh weapon. Cool if you like the Gamma Core because it gets some pretty big stat buffs, but like the Incarnon form itself, eh. What are we thinking, chat? You think it's C tier? Stop being broke. Guys, I'm trying. I'm trying. Okay, the Gorgon. I do have the Gorgon. Bronco is better than Gamma Core. Channel ability perks. D tier? Damn. Y'all really don't like this thing. The channel ability perks are still like buggy. I don't really necessarily know about buggy, but they're just annoying. The Gorgon is another one of the 7 Deborget rated. Yeah, I put it into B tier. I didn't even level this one either because I didn't think it was that good. Oh, I do fire rate. The fire rate, it just. But yeah, this is just you shoot it, and it has a delayed explosion. Not even Prisma. Y'all just be hating. How big is this explosion? I forget. It's 5 meters. The base stats, even with the Incarnon buff, 19%. Do I even have mods on it? Yeah, I have fire rate mods on it. Metamorphic. Yeah, that is an interesting mod. I'm pretty sure I have it. Yeah, 20 cumulative attacks on an enemy will petrify them, which is cool. I don't really know what utility that has. Oh, that was a bit of a lag spike. I mean, you just stack a lot of fire rate on it. Oh no, they're petrified now. What would you use this for though? Mod works in some weird enemies. Yeah, I mean, I guess for like boss enemies or whatever. I don't know when you'd want to like bring this just for that though. Just kill them. It's definitely cool. It's definitely cool. Oops. But I think its Incarnon gimmick is just, it works on the Hemisite. That's pretty good. And it works on Archons. Interesting. That's actually some pretty good utility, though I don't really know how much of that is due to the Incarnon and less so to Gorgon itself. And we're talking about Incarnons here. Because couldn't you do that without it? Yeah, Hoplite is a worthless perk. Oh, you have no idea if it actually... Yeah, I was going to say, that'd be kind of crazy. That's a channeled ability, and those... it has really... I mean, 106 isn't terrible, actually. It just seems... I'm giving it C tier, chat. It just doesn't seem that good. It just really don't seem that good. What is good, on the other hand, is the hate. The hate is a super, super fun melee. And it's got really, really high base crit chance of 40%. So with Gladiator Might and Blood Rush, you get red crits, which is always fun. It is not perma. I wish it had just a little bit more crit chance. But besides that, it has the really, really cool gimmick of you shoot off projectiles that explode. I thought it exploded twice. That was really weird. But these projectiles are just like literally free damage for just meleeing. And they... Do you not see any info on them here? But regardless, they're AoE. I gotta fucking build it up again. Are you serious? The AoE, they deal heat damage, and it's like, they're just fun. Being able to just launch shit at your enemies. So, you know, once you're not even fighting, you are damaging them. And they don't stagger you. When this thing first dropped, they did stagger you, and it was so annoying. It actually ruined the weapon, obviously, but like now they're super, super solid. Yeah, so as you melee, you just get free damage from the AoE explosions. And they are just slash monsters. And the AoEs themselves can proc slash too. Not that they really do much damage, but the hate is a really, really solid weapon. What are you doing? And it's amazing for heavy attacks because Scythes have a really, really strong heavy attack. I'm not. Is the hate S tier, chat? Or is it just A tier? I think it's just A tier. Because the rest of these are all really good. Dual Toxos are some of the best secondaries in the game. Ceramic Dagger, and the Burstin is just like... Yeah, A tier. All right. Yeah, high A, definitely high A. Like really close to S, but not S tier. The kunai, on the other hand, are very, very similar to the Despair in my, if I'm remembering correctly, which I very well could be. Okay, no. These have the same things that Dual Toxicus have. Okay, that's what I thought the Despair had. Kunai is a single target monster. I thought that they were good for AoE because they have like the auto tracking to enemies' heads thing that the I don't even fucking have kunai that the dual toxos have. Let me read up any Incarnon buffs these things yet. Oh, they have a 2 base multi-shot as well. That's actually really strong. Oh, but they don't work with punch through. That's always disappointing. Damn, that equipped from primary, the plus 40% crit chance is crazy. So what? They're pretty good? Oh, it has. Oh, they have almost no ammo, so they're good for single target. Got you. But they do a lot of damage. C tier. I mean, y'all in chat are saying that they're pretty strong and they're good for demos and acolytes. Yeah. So, but being only good for one thing, I'm gonna put them in B tier because they seem to be like solid for killing them, and I definitely would say that these weapons are just all eh. I'll put them in B tier. Is this the Lotto? Annoying to use. Okay, so this also has the ricochet thing. The thing about the ricochet mechanic is that like for secondaries, dual toxicists exist, and they just do it better than everything else. They do have 2 base punch through multi shot, which is good. What high damage rifle is good for day only Equinox? Defend more. That's what I use on her, mainly because I just love the gun. But the Lotto. This is also just a B tier gun. Like, it doesn't seem like, because it's not full auto. It does get some pretty big buffs. Actually, no, it doesn't really. Oh, and the Vandal is bugged for galvanized shot to not work. That's annoying. Yeah, it does ricochet. I don't think it's as good as these though because it. What are its base stats? Yeah, just. I think this is also just B tier. It's not full auto. You have to spam it. I don't think punch through works on the. It might actually. It doesn't say anything here. Try it out. I don't have the Lotto. Lex is S tier. Yo, Lex is an easy S tier. Have I ever used them? I haven't, but they don't seem very strong. I'll have to look at them again. I do want to make a video out of this, but I won't just be using the VOD from this because I do want to fully research into everything that I don't have so I can have it be, actually good opinions. But I just thought it'd be fun to do on stream as like a baseline. All right, what is this? The Latrin? It's best to fully test out a weapon before rating it. Oh, 100%. I was thinking of what I wanted to stream tonight, and I was like, I'll do an Incarnate tier list. I don't know absolutely everything about all of these weapons, but I won't just be taking a VOD from this and putting it on YouTube because that would be shitty. F tier for Latrin. You're out of your mind if you don't say Latrin is S tier. I'm sorry, y'all. Actually, I'm not sorry because it's fucking broken. This thing is so good. This is not even an armor strip build. This is for a crit build, but this thing fucks. And in tighter tile sets, this thing is absurd. And it's so, this, I mean, even with the crit builds, it's super good. But what the power in this gun lies in the fact that it has a self. Why did it take so many shots to kill? Okay, all right, okay. Relax. This thing is super good. This thing is super good. You get free multi-shot. Who cares? And then the armor strip. Just having a self-contained armor strip is just so powerful. It's just so powerful. Because armor strip is easily like the biggest damage bonus. And there's also the fact that you fucking shoot it. It bounces everywhere and explodes on every single bounce. Which is where you get the whole shoot enemies and it'll bounce a lot. What the fuck? I hate when this fucking bug happens. Now that I actually have some stacks. Yeah, this thing is... If you think this thing is mid, you're out of your mind. The Latron is the easiest S tier. Maybe not the easiest, but... What bug is awesome? Oh, where you like start bouncing everywhere? It's so annoying. Next we have the Lex. And the Lex is one of my favorites. Purely because it is just... The numbers you can hit with this thing are absurd. The Lex Incarnon has forced impact procs, which if you don't know why that's so good, hemorrhage, and it has a really, really low fire rate, so you get 70% chance. And since it's not an explosion, it works with galvanized shot. This thing is absurd. It's so good. And it's just a fucking, like, just pointed in that direction the enemies and they just die. It's so fun. On weapon buff frames, the numbers are crazy. Galvanized shot was bugged on Lex Incarnon. I don't think so. I think the Lex is just super solid. Goes through all enemies. Does a shit ton of damage. Has slash procs. It's catch wound prime. Yeah, literally. No, I've not talked about Tord. Lex is S tier. Okay, next we have Magistar. So Magistar is technically the best Incarnon stat stick, and that is all due to this really, really, really cool tech with Mage's Aggress. 1 second, guys. Mage's Aggress gives you 300% critical damage for heavy blades. This does affect the Magistar, and it isn't consumed when you, like, so if I went into Operator and I, transmatted back in and I had Mage's Aggress, if I swung my Magistar like 4 times, I'd lose the buff. But while the buff is active, it works for pseudo exalts. So, if you do this with Korra and then go in, you have a permanent damage bonus for your pseudo exalt. And I'm pretty sure it's just free crit damage. And that's on top of the fact that its Incarnon also grants +1 to your base crit damage and enough critical chance for someone like Korra to still be able to hit all reds. Magistar is technically the best stat stick right now. Utility-wise, besides that, the Ceramic Dagger does beat it for all of its initial combo stuff. But, Magistar is really, really good. So, I think that also gets Magistar an S tier, purely because it is the best stat stick for Incarnons right now, because of that crit chance and damage thing. Giving something like Gara's Shattered Lash, who is a 1x base crit damage, a 2x base, is massive. Like, that's massive. It's a double. The Miter Incarnon. So I don't have the Miter yet. Don't kill me, Inta. I'm just lazy. But no, I actually, no, I do have the Miter. I just don't have the gun. I have the Incarnon. I just don't have the gun because I'm lazy. The Miter is really, really good though. Magistar is only stat stick, it sucks otherwise, but it's broken as a stat stick with Magus Aggress, and even just in general. The Miter is just really, really good as well. It's like torrid levels of madness, and for that, it just gets S tier. What is this? The Nami Solo? I didn't even know this thing had a fucking Incarnon. What does it even do? It has no unique gimmick, it seems. And its crit chance and status chance values are all eh. Wait, so is this thing just bad? Is this thing just bad, chat? Is Skana if you want to use a machete. So what, is this also D tier? All the melees suck, bro. I think there will only be one F tier. But yeah, Nami Solo sucks. Oh, can even file my taxes. Got you. What up, Bromy? This is the Paris Incarnon. Uh, I think the Paris is the same situation as the Dread, where they're and this like it's just like they're like the same thing, but the Nadoruk is just better. I mean, actually, no, the Paris might be better than the Dread, but I don't know if it's better than the Nadoruk. Do we have any Paris enjoyers in the chat? I know it has that really, really good status chance mod in its augment slot or its Exilus slot, which is good. But Paris is just another bow, right? And not saying that bows are bad, but it's not like holy shit, about the same as Dread. Yeah, I think it's also just B tier. Now the Cyber Nadork still clears both of them. Yeah, the Cyber, is this even like what would you want to use this for? Not only do you need 30,000 cryotic to even get it in the first place, but it doesn't even have like stupidly strong evolution buffs. It kills. It's better as a pet after Magistar and S tier. The Miter. Burning hate for Cyber. I mean, is this F tier? It's fun to use, I guess. I mean, what? F tier for the memes, chat? Big ice stick. I wish they juiced the hell out of this thing. But these perks aren't really that strong. 25% crit chance is like okay. Is its base CC even that good? Is it even a decent stat stick? If I make a Cyber video where it has over 75 KPM, you'll dono $500. Are you being serious? Free money? Over 75 KPM? I can fucking do that. I can definitely do that. Can we do like a 250 now? And oh shit, I apologize. Sasa DW0, thank you for the Prime sub. I didn't see that. And Run I Riot, we got a raid of 4 viewers 20 minutes ago. Thank you guys. So no. I will. Can we do like as a form of confidence? I will make that video the second it comes back. Like a 250 now and a 250 after. I will do it. I will fucking do it. That'll be the easiest thing in the planet. That's actually just free money. It's crazy. It's still F tier though. It's still F tier. And another melee, the Skana, this thing is just like, it just gets dumpstered by the fact that if it's free money, then I want to up it to 100 kpm on a Grenier survival. Sure, I'll do 100 kpm on a Grenier survival. Sure, sure. 100k, no frame buffs either. Well, okay. I mean, I'll try. Am I allowed to use grouping? What's KPM? Kills per minute. So I would just need to get over 500 kills in 5 minutes for KPM. No abilities, no compare. No. It's a good stat stick for Korra. Ceramic Dagger and Magistar exist. And they dumpster it. Oh, you're talking about Skana? Same thing goes. Uh it's just a mid melee. No mods on anything but Ceramic Dagger is the best stat. No, the Magistar is actually the best. Ceramic Dagger is just also good. What is this? The Soma? I'm pretty sure I have the Soma. But I was disappointed. No, I didn't even put it on because I was so disappointed by how bad it looked. So when this thing dropped, it didn't even work with Hata Satya or Hata Satya, whatever you want to call it. And I'm pretty sure it does now, but like, man, this thing wishes it was the Burstin. This thing wishes it was the Burstin so hard. And I love the Soma. Because like the base Soma was my gun when I initially played this game a lot. 45, 100 kills. But yeah, this thing was just disappointing. It's still a fun weapon. It's just like, it is the AR of Warframe in my opinion. I just wish that the Incarnon actually made it better. And that reload is just awesome. And the fact that the mag like moves as you shoot it. It's just honestly so cool. But yeah. I don't really think it's that good. B tier. Actually, is it even B tier, chat? Like the Incarnon itself? It's B tier, right? Yeah, it's better than these. It's better than these. The Strun. The Strun was the first weapon that I saw a lot of people like raging about. Like, oh my god, this thing is broken because it just turned into an AoE. B C tier. I'm putting in a B because I love the Soma. The Strun was the first weapon I saw a lot of people raving about. I mean, like, holy shit, these Incarnon weapons are like stupid powerful. Because it's just an AoE, like a massive AoE shotgun. It's boring, but it's good. Yeah, it's A to S. I think it's just A tier. I think the things in S tier beat it. But the Strun is just like, it's good. It is a very solid weapon. It's very high A tier. And all right, this next thing, the Torrid, man. The Torrid is, oh, holy shit. Not only do 90 headshots, body shots work. Let's stack it up. This thing just fucks. Can I stack my fucking shots, please? This thing is so good. Low KPM on Torrid. If you have low KPM on Torrid, it's crazy. This thing is disgusting. This is an easy S tier. It's like AcuCore, but you need to have a little bit of a brain to use it. Fighter kills faster. I mean, oops, I'm on alt. AcuCore solos. No, the AcuCore is what the boar wishes it was. Because the AcuCore, you don't even need to fucking aim. The turret is really, really good though. You can't even say it isn't. You cannot say it isn't. See, look at Baroque with it. Easy's S tier. I don't know about Easy's S tier, but it is really good. Trust. Like it's really good. And now these last two, if I'm being actually, which is better, Torrid or Miter? Uh, I'd say the Torrid is better because it's easier. Oh, not easier. I'd say the Torrid is better just because of how like I think it's better than the Miter. I think it's better than the Miter. Come at me, Anta. Come at me. Come at me. I think it's better. Burstin is an S tier. It's just super 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 good. What is this? The Vasto? Is the Vasto still bugged? Where it like doesn't work with multi-shot or something? Might it requires even less aiming. Do you need yeah. Or feels like it should not have been on laser to begin with. Xylock is the bugged one. Okay, okay. I thought it was the Vasto. This thing is just okay. It's not like amazing. It's really weird when guns like this have efficiency perks because Incarnons don't get affected by efficiency. But like, eh. Yeah, it actually has reduced base damage. But it gets more crit chance and crit multiplier, and it's a 6-round burst. Rapidly empty of yeah. I mean, kunai, but less damage, worse, but it can be modded with punch through. Oh, interesting. This just strikes me as a B tier. Like it's not. What's an F tier? The Sibir. Kind of just put it there as a meme because it's the Sibir. Someone said they donate $500 if I could make it have 100 KPM and a Grineer survival, and I was like, that's free money. That's free money. But also just because getting what is the Sibir super good? If efficiency worked on Incarnons, never ran a lift build. Is Sibir a lift build good? Torrid is S tier. Torrid's easy S tier. Now this is the Xylock. Is the Xylock Incarnon still bugged? It shouldn't be, right? Didn't it get fixed? No, its radial attack is not affected by multi-shot. That's crazy. Siberia's sleeper meta. You're like the most sleeper meta guy I've ever seen. And not that it's a bad thing, but wait, so the Incarnate form shoots explosive lasers, but the explosions aren't affected by multi-shot. And it does have fall off. I haven't used the Xylock personally. Chat, is the Xylock is it good? The one shot to acolyte him? Don't hype him up. I have 500 writing on this. Can I get an advance payment of crazy? Cyber's God S plus. Gotta try it. Yeah, I know the Prime just came out, but the values are changed. The non-incarnate mode is better. Interesting. Yeah, I mean if we're rating it just purely off of incarnates, it's like that's not great. So C tier. Alright, that seems to be our entire tier list. It looks cool to use. Well, yeah. For the flair, for the style. Oh, you meant the Vasto. Cyber lift build is crazy. I've never heard of a lift build for Cyber. But yeah, that is our incarnate tier list. Now, I would like to make an actual video out of this, but I'm not going to use stream footage because I want to, make sure all my decisions are as informed as possible. And I haven't used some of these, so I'll definitely have to watch some videos or whatever. But I just thought that this would be fun as like a baseline for what we think about them. So I can just, go off of this. But yeah, so Inaros DPS build, no helmet, 150k PM for 10k. I don't think that that's possible. I mean, there is like the elemental sandstorm stuff with the stat stick, but I don't think 150 is possible. I mean, you didn't say steel path, but there probably isn't even enough enemies on non-steel path. I have not had time to do an Naros level cap. I had tech week. Theater was all this week. I had both my shows on Friday, and I was not doing that shit today. I just needed to fucking relax, man. Let me go back to Warframe. But yeah, so that was our tier list. Instantly lost like 15 viewers. Great. Naros DPS with Miter Incarnon. Well, he said a Naros DPS build, and I took that as kill with his abilities, which you could do with Sandstorm and the augment, but I don't know if I could do 150. That'd be crazy. How hard does it actually go with the lift build? I don't know. Go ask Nova. What did you add me for, Inta? Oh god. What's this? That is a goofy ass. That's crazy. Fucking lagged her computer. Wait, did you armor strip them? Yeah, well, you did armor strip them. That's kind of... Red crits are pretty satisfying though, but you probably have a Riven on yours. Let me show you what I was cooking up for Calervo, which will actually be the next video. So I had the whole roar setup, which is very, very strong. Don't get me wrong. But the one problem with this is that the Nautilus for grouping is it's kind of like slow sometimes in terms of like actual gameplay. But we had this, and this build is nuts. It fucking one shots Xmas units and stuff, which is very, very fun. And the grouping does work on them too, which is always nice. But you see that, like, I primed them before they got all the way over here, so the grouping, like, on slowed enemy. Oh, I forgot this. On slowed enemies, Nautilus's grouping is actually really not that good. But my solution to this problem was to just it's not as good, not full armor strip. Sure. I know it wasn't, but no, the Miter is good. I know it's good. You also had a very high corrosive damage buff from Hydroid on that. But with Rest and Rage applies a damage, vulnerability, and a speed increase. And when you have enemies under a speed increase, the grouping from Nautilus again, that is rather unfortunate. Come on, do the thing. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. The pole is stupid fucking fast. Like, stupid fast. So, that solves, like, the grouping issue that the build kind of has. Now, you do need to build... I paused them. Nah, it's just the grouping, But it definitely, works on pause. Yeah, it does. Even when they get slowed, it's much better. So I'll definitely talk about both of those. I mean, the Roar setup is definitely the focus of the two, because Roar works as faction damage for our dot, and then it also buffs our collective curse damage, and then also again multiplies the fucking dot that this gives out. And while you are one-shotting even without roar active, because there's just so much happening, it's you know, it's another layer on top of infinite damage, because we have this with Exodia Force and the armor stripping from Argonac and Collective Curse, and then Roar in the mix, and then Rest and Rage and Snare work as good though. Yeah, but the entire reason that we don't use it in Snare is because it opens up our helmet slot. So I posted a video on this build using it in Snare a couple months ago, or like 2 months ago. Reason I'm doing it again is because it's changed pretty massively. Exodia Force, Bala, Mecha Calervo, that's even more damage. True. Yeah, that would actually be interesting. I mean, it wouldn't be consistently. How consistently is the mecha set stuff active? I'm just reading real quick. It's extremely consistent with just a 2-stack. I'll have to look into it. Depends though, because I'm using Nautilus for grouping. And I'm pretty sure that Roar would be stronger than putting a grouping ability here. I mean, yeah, sure, Magus Anomaly does work, but I'm not a fan of having to spam Operator so much. I mean, that's just me. There's no need for grouping on Mecha. How far is the radius? Oh, it's 30 meters? Jesus, I thought it was much smaller. True, it's just without grouping, the whole armor ship from Argonac with the gas and electric loses, and Exodia Force doesn't work since it's only 6 meters. Make a bit. That is a cool setup though. No, he's not talking about Nautilus. He's talking about Mecha. Which link do I use? What do you mean? Would Eclipse be better than Roar? No. We're getting already... The reason we use Roar is because it buffs Collective Curse. So, there's not a lot of room. Like, I don't have room for a Bane on this build. So, Roar functions as a Bane, and it also buffs the redirection from Curse. Which is very, very powerful. It's like triple dipping here. What are the S tier Incarnons? Here, let me show you. The Brand, Ceramic Dagger, Dual Toxicist, Latrin, Lex, Magistar, Miter, and Torrid. Alright, it is almost 9:30 and I have some shit that I have to do, chat. So I would appreciate if all of you guys who are over on YouTube could come over to my Twitch real quick. Because just want to end stream off with a raid. Wow, time really flies bad. Flies very, very quickly. Yeah, if you guys want to come on over to Twitch really quick, just so we can end stream off with a raid, I would appreciate it. Because those are always fun to do. Alright, okay. Who should we do? Who's streaming Warframe right now? Those are Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Why would you think I want to do these people? Are you stupid, Twitch? All right, let me go look on Twitch itself. Balling like that? Yeah, definitely. I want to find someone that's actually streaming in English. Obscure? Absolutely not. Is this guy streaming as a female VTuber? But it's a guy. That's crazy. Is Popscure actually streaming? He is. Oh, he's not playing Warframe though. Why does everyone hate Popscure? Because he's a thief. And his content is like the worst of the worst. I want to find someone that doesn't have a lot of viewers. How about this person? Why I gotta watch ads? Come on, man. Brozime is streaming? Yeah, but Brozime has viewers. I don't need to give viewers to someone who is streaming. Or who has them. Rank Boltor? I gave Boltor an A tier. Alright, we're gonna hit this guy. Prepare, chat. Go drop this guy a raid real quick. Came late as hell. Best Incarnons. Miter, Torrid, Ceramic Dagger. Burstin. Alright. Yo, thank you everybody so much for coming and hanging out with me while we do this tier list. This will probably be a video after Calervo and Equinox. But yeah, appreciate y'all. And I will try to get back to more consistent content. November is just a really, really stressful month for students. Yeah, but thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me. I appreciate it. And I will see all of you guys very, very soon. Hopefully. All right. Peace.